everybody, it's Lon.TV, and we are back with the Moto 360, and today we're going to be taking a look at its iPhone compatibility. I expected this to be a longer video than you're about to see because there are so many restrictions as to how Apple works with non-Apple devices that there isn't much to see here. So I will step through this very, very quickly. So there is an app in the Apple App Store called Android Wear, and that is what you use to pair up with your device. This will work on some of the newer Android Wear devices like the new Moto 360 here, but not some of the older ones. This is a new feature for some of the newer devices. Now when you get the app loaded, you'll see some similar things that you might see on the Android side, but there isn't as much. So for example, we can set our watch faces on here. I can switch maybe to this lighter face if I wish, or go back to the one I just had, but I can't configure the colors. I can't change any of the complications in the little circles there because of the fact that Apple is limiting what we can and can't do with our watch. So there are a few different watch faces to choose from, but again, your customizations will have to be done on the watch itself. You're also going to notice there's only 3 things that we can even do as actions compared to the long list of actions that we can do on the Android platform. And again, that is due to some of the limitations that go into this. So I can look at my calendar, I can set an alarm, and I can do a reminder with a voice command, but that's pretty much it. So if I even do something as simple as maybe try to send a message, okay, Google, send a message. You'll see now it's giving us an icon here. I'm going to tap on that icon, and then it's going to pull up a web page inside the Android Wear app to some Can-Am thing. I don't even know what that is. So by contrast, on the Android platform, if I made that same command, it would start the process of sending a text message for me. Now I can get my text messages on here. So if I scroll up through some of my notifications here, I can go over to a text message I sent myself earlier, but I cannot respond to that text message. So if I tap on it and move the thing to the right like I could do if I was paired with an Android phone, I would see reply on the Android platform. Here, all I can do is just block my text messages from appearing. I can't really do anything else with it. So all of the notifications from the iPhone will carry over to the watch, but you really can't do much with those notifications when you get them beyond just blocking those apps from sending that again. So you can limit what comes over, but once you get a message, you really have to pull your phone out and actually do something with it. You also cannot install apps on here either. So if I go over to my app screen here, you can see that the native app that Motorola puts on the watch called Moto Body, which is the fitness tracker, that does run, but I can't transmit the data back to the phone, so it just kind of lives in the watch permanently. And that's pretty much it. You've got your calendar. You can link up with the Google or Apple Calendar through the app here, so at least you can do that. You can set an alarm, do the flashlight thing, conduct a Google search. Again, that will pull up the page inside the app here from Google. But if that app is closed, you actually lose the connection to your watch. So let me pull that out there. I'm going to kill the app there. And now what will happen, you'll see that we get that little cloud with an X through it, meaning that we have lost communication with our phone because the app is no longer loaded. So it's very dependent not only on the phone being on, but the Android Wear app being loaded in memory. And if that app ever closes or you reboot your phone, you're going to have to reload the app in order to get the watch to work with it again. But you really can't do all that much with it. So I would not recommend using an Android Wear watch with the iOS platform at the moment, primarily because of all the restrictions that Apple has in place with using watches other than the ones that it makes. You're not going to really find that much use out of this thing because you really can't do anything with the watch that you would buy a smartwatch for. So in the interim, I would probably avoid this if you are on the iOS platform, but on Android, it actually is a very nice experience and very comparable to the experience you'd have with an Apple Watch along with an Apple phone. So avoid it on iOS, take a look at it on Android for sure. This is Lon.TV, and thanks for watching.